What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 Anti-Venom suit Peter Parker. This is, I think, the third of these Gamerverse Spider-Man figures that I have reviewed now, or will have reviewed by the end of this. And I kind of think this one looks pretty cool. It's the exact same package as all the other ones, that red with the white trim. Nice window on the front showing us everything inside. And of course, it is a game clip or whatever of the figure on the side. And the exact same thing on the back with all the other figures in the wave. We have done that one, and I'll do the rest eventually. Anyways, let's get him out of this little package and take a closer look at him. All right, got him out of the package, and I gotta say, I've been a little misled. To me, it looked like he had a different body, but anyways, we'll talk about that here in a second. To the top of his head, he is about 6 1/4 inches, which will make the whole figure not quite 16 centimeters, between 15 and a half, 16 centimeters. Let's look at his aesthetic, obviously. We have seen this body before, seen it on plenty of other figures. I just can't place it. This isn't the Vulcan body. I just can't place what one it is. Is this the Sunfire body? I feel like...
Is it?
I've looked at a figure here not too long ago that had this body, but I can't remember. Was it maybe Dakin? But I thought he had the Vulcan body. This isn't that. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's look at him. The entire figure has kind of like a almost a metallic type finish on it. That with these colors, this shade of blue and that gray in the spider, on the front and back, and some other little accent spots, looks pretty good. This body looks odd because, for one, these shoulders are a little fucked.
Fuck.
Okay, like that spacing and stuff, you see what I'm talking about? And they make the head sit way far up off of the shoulders. So that's a bit of an issue. And I'm sure we'll have more the more we dive through. But yeah, those shoulders are really the big aesthetic issue. And he's pretty narrow front to back, and his chest just looks a little weird. To me, anyways. Head sculpt looks all right, other than it looks too big for the body. But the paint's done real well on it. Paint on the spider's done pretty well. Here in the butterfly joints, there is some paint and an attempt to continue, the spider or whatever, regardless of what point you have the arms in. But it doesn't really line up, but it never does, so it's not that big a deal. Spider on the back looks good. Same concept, an attempt to keep the paint of the spider, and it actually looks better on the back, when you move the butterfly, than on the front. Overall, actually, this is some of the best paintwork on a Marvel Legends figure that I've looked at in a handful of Marvel Legends figures, honestly. At least the regular size ones like this. Kingpin had pretty good paint, but he didn't hardly have any. But not bad, other than just the design issues of the actual figure. Like I said, the shoulders really. The aesthetic is not too bad. Nice muscular legs that actually taper in, calves that taper in. Arms have nice sculpts on them. The shoulder, like the deltoids, are a little small for the figure, or at least in relation to the arms, the biceps and triceps. But this figure looks pretty good, other than that shoulder issue. Let's talk about his accessories really quick, because he actually has a little bit. He has the most of anybody in the wave so far. He has 2 head sculpts on him. He has this one right here on him in the package. And he has another one where the lenses are more dilated, or whatever, they're open more. And this one looks pretty good too. Nothing wrong with it. He comes with 6 hands. It comes with 2 fist hands on him in the package. Comes with a pair of wall crawly hands. Nothing we haven't seen. And a pair of thwippy hands. And again, nothing we haven't seen. And a web effect. Literally, we've seen this before 100 times. Actually, I think the Borica suit Miles Morales had that particular effect with it. Nothing horrible, it's just a thing. But for accessories, not too bad. More than we've gotten from other ones so far in this wave. So I'll give them a B. It was pretty decent. We could use some more shit, of course, but it's not that bad. Let's stand him next to some other figures really quick. Speaking of the Borica suit Miles Morales, here is the Gamerverse Borica suit Miles Morales, and he is taller than that other figure, but I think that Peter Parker is supposed to be. This is actually a really good figure. I kind of like that one. Stand him right there. Let's stand him next to the black suit Peter Parker. And they should really be about the same height because it's the same fucking person. But there's that. This figure was somewhat disappointing. I'm not trying to make this video negative, but that one had some issues with it. Let's stand him next to a figure I do like. The Kingpin figure. He isn't from the Spider-Man 2 video game, but they still look pretty cool, and it's Kingpin, and this figure looks pretty good. I have done videos on all of these figures. If you want to take a look at them, you should. They're pretty decent, and it helps me out, so thanks a lot. And here he is next to the Gamerverse Venom. And Venom is so damn big, I can't even get him in the frame. And I've had my complaints about Venom, but I do like that figure, and they look pretty decent next to each other. So all the figures that you're looking at, like I just said, I did a video on them. Check them all out. And if you like my videos and you're not subscribed, subscribe to us and like and give my videos a like. It helps me out a lot, and it doesn't hurt you. Thank you. Anyways, let's check out a couple of other figures. I absolutely love this one right here. This is the Storm Arena Ryu figure, and I'm having a hard time putting it down. I love that figure so much, but they look pretty good next to each other. Peter Parker is taller than Ryu, and this figure I literally cannot put down, and it is the Storm Collectibles Baki Hanma, and they're not too far apart as far as height is concerned. Baki's shoulders are a lot taller, but that's the point I'm trying to make. This figure really should be shorter. These shoulders, the way they're designed on the body, put the head up higher than it really should be in relation to the rest of the figure, but that's a conversation for another video. Anyways, I'm done with comparisons. Let's check out his articulation really quick. Start with his head. He'll look down really good. You do get that kind of hump right there that I really do not like.
Fuck.
And he'll look up really good, except for the fact that he looks like a tracheotomy patient. And that's because he's on that damn disc hinge ball peg kind of deal. Son of a bitch! I really wish they would quit doing that. And hell, they didn't even give us an entire ball for this one. It's some kind of cut off thing, if you see that. I just don't like that engineering, because it looks up and down really good, but nothing else. You kind of just wiggling the head around, it doesn't look good. Shoulders will come up above 90, so that's not too terrible. Full 360, of course. They do have a butterfly that works pretty decent. Will bring the arms across the body, and they go back really well. So that's not too bad. I kind of like that. Bicep swivel that works all right. Double jointed elbow, plenty of range, doesn't look horrific, and the wrists are on a hinge just like all the other ones. Now, he has an ab crunch, and he has a weirdly sculpted abdomen, if you can see that, how that kind of rounds out. But it's kind of friggy. It'll lean forward pretty good, but it doesn't stick. It feels weird. And you'll get a good click back. So it'll go forward and back pretty good. And the paint maintains pretty well with that on the front and the back when you stretch them. So that's not too bad. And a waist swivel. I hate the waist swivel. That looks like shit. Another Spider-Man that cannot do a split. That's pretty crappy. Front kick's pretty decent. He's got a muscular little booty, so he's not going to kick back any, and that kind of sucks. He's Spider-Man. He should be able to go everywhere. Thigh swivel that swivels. Pinless double jointed knee. Great range, great proportions. No complaints there at all. He's got a shin swivel.
What the fuck is that?
Enough said. His ankle is a hinge all the way down, all the way up, and he's got a skateboard accident worth of ankle pivot.
Jesus Christ.
That is, I mean, do you all like it when they have an ankle, like, you know, an ankle rocker like that? I just think that looks like an injury more than anything. Peg holes in the bottom of the feet and no toe hinge. So the figure moves decent, not too bad. It's not as good as a Spider-Man figure should. And from the shoulders up, that glaring aesthetic problem. But that's from the the body that they chose. I really kind of wish they would get away from it, just because that doesn't look very good. But the paint is really good on this figure. That is the best painted, you know, normal size, like average size Marvel Legends figure I have done in a while. So kudos to them. I'll give this figure, for this wave, and it's a Marvel Legends, a B-. It's above average. It's definitely above average because we got 2 head sculpts, 6 hands, and an effect piece. Not too terrible, and the paint's done pretty well. The paint, the way the paint's done, actually kind of hides a little bit of that aesthetic to an extent. But anyways, if you have not subscribed like I asked you to, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, a subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And with all this said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.